My name is David Gross, and I'm the founder of Strategic Value Partners in Dallas, Texas. When PE firms are hiring consultants, really each private equity firm is different in terms of its culture and its processes. And where I see PE firms have the most success is when they bring in consultants in two situations. The first situation is when the PE firm has the skills required and the capabilities, but they're simply out of capacity. The second scenario is when private equity firms require deep expertise in a very narrow area, and they reach out to a consultant who can fill that gap and bring them in for a defined period of time. Today, the market for consultants working with private equity firms is hot on both sides of the equation. So there is a strong supply of consultants with experience from top firms like the Bains, BCGs, and McKinseys of the world who are looking to work with private equity firms. On the flip side, private equity firms across the board have more work than ever before, whether it's identifying targets, screening targets in the early stages of a potential deal, or doing in-depth due diligence or post-merger type work. When it comes to transformations and process improvements, PE firms will frequently turn to outside consultants for a number of reasons. First and foremost, they're looking for extra capacity. And so being able to bring someone on who can either help with the transformation from the earliest stages all the way through implementation to someone who can work more narrowly to get things started or to help overcome challenges in the middle. In any case, that's one of the major reasons that PE firms reach out to consultants. When it comes to the skills that a really good consultant can bring to a private equity firm, the first one is being a utility player, regardless of whether the work is scoped narrowly or broadly. In most PE situations, there's going to be the need to act quickly, to be flexible as circumstances change. That may mean engagement starts on short notice or ends on short notice, and that flexibility is absolutely critical. When PE firms are hiring consultants for transformations and process improvements, there are a handful of considerations. First and foremost, what do you want them to do? What is the objective for this person? So, for example, if you go out and retain a consultant who has 2 to 3 years of experience at a major consulting firm or investment bank, you're going to get a different set of skills and capabilities than if you go out and retain a consultant who has that type of pedigree and 10 to 20 years of consulting or executive experience. They're going to bring a different set of skills and capabilities to the table. The other thing that is really important in this equation is that private equity firms look at the rapport with the person sitting across the table or across the webcam from them. If there isn't that connection, it's time to move on and find someone who has that personal connection because you're going to be spending a lot of time together. From my perspective as a consultant, when it comes to defining success, I look at several criteria. One, working closely with my client, did I help them achieve their strategic, operating, and financial objectives? The other criteria that I look at when it comes to success is the client happy with the way in which we achieve those results? So were we efficient in our work? Did we have fun along the way? And if they had it to do all over again, would they come back and ask me and my team to do it? When I look at those criteria and the answers to both are yes, then I know we've had a successful engagement.